I grew up in a country where gay men were the subject of criminal laws and where they were basically persecuted. I was a member of a Protestant Christian family, and I didn't get a lot of hostility from, certainly not from my family or even from my church. Interestingly, my minister in, I think, about 1947, asked Pastor Niemöller to come and talk to us about oppression. So that was the sort of tradition of the Anglican Church, but I knew it was not a good thing to be gay. I never myself felt that I was evil or the product of an evil inclination. I never thought that. My rationality told me that that was rubbish. But the plain fact is the law was heavily weighted against gay people. This has changed. It's changed in most of the advanced countries. It's changed throughout Europe. It's changed in Australia and New Zealand. It's changed in other countries spasmodically. But it has changed, and the change has certainly come more quickly than I anticipated, though my rational self and my knowledge of Dr. Kinsey's research, which was available when I was growing up, told me that change would come. The attitudes were irrational, they were unscientific, they had to change, but the pace of change has been extraordinary. When I was growing up, I told my siblings first. My sister, interestingly, was for the revolution, and she was the strongest. Women are often, you know, women have to pick up the pieces in this world, and women are often the strongest, and also they network better. My brothers were worried about the effect on my career, because I was always a bright little cookie, and my father I told, and he was worried about how this would affect my career. My mother, I never voiced it until a week before she died, and I didn't feel comfortable about not telling her in her lifetime. And so I said, "Mum, there is something I feel I ought to tell you." And when I did so, she looked at me and she said, "Michael, you've been bringing Johan, my partner here, for the last 30 years every Sunday. Do you think I came down in the last shower?" Which is an English expression, do you think I'm a dope? And that goes to show the inner sanctum of most people know, and they love whatever. And that is the great strength of gay people and LGBTIQ people. We all have that family, most of whom are heterosexual, and that is our outreach into the rest of society. It's hard to hate the people you love.